right ahead and jump into this card. This is the card that we're going to recreate. It's so cute. And again, we're using the Harvest Hello stamp set and the punch, which I did forget to bring over. So let me grab that real quick. And here we go. So we're going to be using this. This is a really cute and simple card to make, and it shouldn't take very long at all. So I'm going to put that aside, and we've got some basic black cardstock that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and give that a nice fold. Take my bone folder to give it a nice crisp burnishing here. And we're going to put that aside. Then we have a piece of Whisper White that is cut at 5 inches by 3 3/4. And we have a piece of pumpkin pie that we're going to do our stamping and our punching. Soft suede that we're going to do some punching for our stems, and some old olives for our leaves. So let's go ahead and we're going to adhere our Whisper White. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to assemble it and then adhere it, because I have some stamping to do on this, and if we mess up, once we stick it down, we're kind of stuck. So I am going to go ahead and stamp our pumpkins. And this is pumpkin pie cardstock, so I'm going to use some pumpkin pie ink, tone on tone. I have our pumpkin image from the stamp set, and I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp 3 pumpkins. I'm going to flip this around and stamp one more right there. Okay, so that is all done. So now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to line our punch up and then just punch it right out. So just like that. Do the same for the other 2. I don't know about you guys, but I am super ready for some cooler weather. And I'm super excited and happy that our AC will be fixed by tomorrow morning for sure. Okay, so I have got our 3 pumpkins. So one of these we're going to stamp with a jack-o'-lantern face. So I am going to go ahead and pull out our little face here, and we're going to stamp that in some Memento Tuxedo black ink right here. We're going to ink that up all nice and inky, and then we're just going to try to line that right up on there. So I need to get them on there straight. Well, as straight as I can anyway. And I'm going to have to ink that up again. Okay, so we're going to just try to center this on our pumpkin. And down it goes. So there's our cute little jack-o'-lantern face. So now what I need to do is punch out our stems from the soft suede. So we're using our punch to punch out the little stems. We need 3 of them, so I'm going to punch 3 out, just like that. And I think that we are done with our punch for right now. So we'll close that up, we'll put that away. Then I need to ink up our pumpkin leaf. So we're going to use the Old Olive, and I'm using Old Olive ink, tone on tone again, and I'm just going to stamp 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so then what we would do is fussy cut them right now. So I will just cut one of these off, and then we'll just quickly fussy cut it. So all you do is just go around. You try to leave a little bit of an edge. You don't want to cut straight up to your stamped image, but sometimes I kind of do go into the image, but it's okay either way. But you just kind of want to leave a little bit of free edge around it. but it's okay if you don't. All right, so there we go. So we got that, and then I've already gone ahead and done 2. So we're already there with our leaves. So I'm going to close this up because we're done with that. Then I'm going to bring in our soft suede ink pad, because that is what I'm going to stamp the little curly cues there. I am not sure what you call those, but I call them curly cues, and that works for me. So now I kind of want to place my pumpkins where I think I want them to be. So probably about like that. I'm going to go a little higher with that one, just kind of like so. I want to make room for my image because we're also going to stamp our sentiment. I mean, make room for my sentiment, not my image. So, because we're going to stamp our sentiment in the soft suede as well. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. I'm probably not going to stamp it straight, but it will be okay. So I'm just going to go down. So there's our sentiment. That's not too crooked. Okay, I surprise myself sometimes. All right, so then our stems are going to go here. So I'm just going to eyeball kind of sort of where these are going to go so that I can kind of sort of know where I'm going to stamp our curly cues. So that's going to go, I'm just going to stick that on the outside. I wish I'd have brought my baby wipes over here because I've got ink on my fingers and I really don't want to mess up our card. So, just like that. And I think I want them all to go the same way too, the stems pointed. I'm only doing this just to kind of get a good idea of where I want to stamp at. So I'm going to come in just a little bit more. Like so. It's so hot that everything is just sticking to me, but our AC should be fixed by tomorrow morning. I think I said that already, but I am super excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to bring in our little curly cue here, take off our leaf, and put our curly cue on, and then I'm going to ink it up in the soft suede ink. And then I know that I want this one to kind of go like right in there. So just like that. And then this one is going to come over here. Kind of right like that. Okay. And then I'm going to have one come down up underneath where this pumpkin will be. So kind of like that. All right, so there we go. So let's go ahead. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat for our gluing because we're going to glue these stems down on our pumpkins. So I have this one and this one. I'm trying to stay in the screen for you guys too. So we have that one. I'm going to scatter those around because of our pumpkins, giving a little room for them. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow, and you don't need much of this, just a little bit. Just a little. So I think that's probably going to be enough. And then I'm just going to place this right where I want it. And I'm using my silicone mat because the glue will not stick to it. Or the project won't. So the glue won't either. So there we go. We got that. We got that. So now I am going to start adhering these down. So we're going to glue 2 of these pumpkins flat down. Flat down. Down flat. I think you guys kind of get the idea. And I want it to be right about there, I think. And then this one is going to go in this, over here. Hope I put it in the right place when I stamped it. So right about there. Pretty happy with that. Pumpkin's a little crooked. There we go. And then this one we're going to pop up using our Stampin' Dimensionals. Absolutely love these things. They add a little something something to your projects. makes them look a little cooler. Okay, so I'm going to take off the backings. So I told you this card was pretty simple, and so far it has not been difficult at all. And then we're just going to place this right about there. So just like that. Actually, I think I want it to come down just a little bit more. If I could carefully get this off of here. Just a little bit. When you're not right on top of a project, sometimes it's a little difficult to kind of see what you're doing. Okay, so now I am going to glue these down, and I'm just going to glue these down flat. These are our leaves. So one's going to come off to the side here, and this one is going to come up underneath here, kind of like that, just like so. And then this one is going to go on this one, on the other pumpkin right here, just like that. Okay, so now all we have to do is adhere the inside of our card and just place it and try to center it the best that you can. And there we go. And then you can take which I don't have, is cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock about the same size. So you can even cut it smaller. So 5 by 3 3/4, and you can stamp on it, put another sentiment, stamp another sentiment inside. You can write, and there it is. There is your card all ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lunchtime Stampin' today. Thanks so much for taking time out on your lunch break to spend with me. And if you aren't able to watch it, I hope that you watch it on the replay, and I will be posting it. So you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.